All right, everybody, welcome to themedattraction.com. My name is Nate, and I'm the founder of Themed Attraction, and I'm just here to help you navigate and upload your content to the Themed Attraction Student Showcase for this year. First of all, congratulations for putting your name in the hat, as it were, for the Themed Attraction Student Showcase. You just did yourself a huge favor, and I'm going to tell you why. There are probably a few thousand themed entertainment design students, of which only a few will sign up for this um, showcase, this student competition, as it were. And of those, not everyone actually participates. So if you show up and participate, have your camera on, we have intentionally done something really cool. We've got a bunch of companies that have panelists. They've all provided panelists, and their job is, well, I have specifically um, chosen those folks because almost all of them have the capacity to hire you, or at least at the very least help you greatly in your career by just giving you great advice and networking and everything else. So by you participating in this, you have given yourself a huge leg up compared to almost everyone else in the entire educational world. So congratulations to you. So with that said, when you do your submission, check your spell check your work. Um, Go friend every one of the panelists on LinkedIn if you can, and then reach out to them. Don't be a pest, of course, but if you need help and advice before, like, hey, how does this look? Can you give me some advice on how I might make this better before the thing is finished? Then all of a sudden they kind of take on that mentor role, and they are invested in your success, and they'll be willing to help you most of the time. With that also said, be sure to send thank you notes. Handwritten notes are a wonderful thing, and they will open up doors for you later on. So be sure you just be professional, be courteous, spell check your work, make sure there's no mistakes, have a person look over it. And yeah, so, but good luck to you on the Themed Attraction Student Showcase. If there's anything I can do for you, just reach out to me. My name is Nate, Nate at themedattraction.com. So I'll give you my phone. We can Zoom. We can go over this. With all that said, when you're uploading this project, I've said this before, but you don't need to be a webmaster. You just I'll help you do that, and we'll help you get your stuff looking nice. And then all you got to do is do your project and make sure you have a good presentation. So I've created a user. This is me here, and it's basically I have all the privileges that you will have as an author on a WordPress site. So this is just a generic WordPress site. There's a few add-ons that we've added, but if you know how to do WordPress, then you'll be able to do this real fast. So first thing you're going to do is you're actually going to register right there. Click that registration button, fill out the profile. It'll take a little while to authorize you, just to keep the bots out. But once you do have that profile, click login. And this is what you're going to see when you get in here. So this is a showcase timeline. It's just like any other timeline, like if you went on Twitter or something like that, X. And you can see, well, you can see everyone's activity. So you can create your own profile and do that if you want. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Today, you're going to go to WP-admin. So you're going to add a themedattraction.com/WP-admin and hit enter. And what that does is that takes you to the back end of WordPress. All this stuff, by the way, in the middle part here is it's just generic WordPress garbage. You don't need it. In fact, the only thing you care about really is all this stuff on the left-hand side. And of that, you really only care about posts and media. The rest of it's just extras, and it won't help you at all. You could change your profile if you wanted to, but that's really all you need to do. So posts is the important one. That's what we're gonna focus on today. And media is where you upload all your drawings and things like that. So I will say you want to compress your drawings before you get it up. So I mean, if it's bigger than 1200 or maybe 1600, it's going to take, someone tries to load it on their phone, it's going to take forever if they're not on Wi-Fi. So be sure to compress your JPEGs. Be careful if, when it is compressed, if you can't zoom in and it's all blurry, obviously that's no good. So try to pick a good medium to where someone can look at it on the phone and also on the laptop or on an iPad, something like that. But So yeah, around 1600 pixels wide is probably a good happy medium for most of that. So when you upload your media, you can click library and you can see all the images that are in there currently. Let's see what pops up. Okay, yeah, so these are all these. Um, so you can actually use these in your post. Don't maybe you can't. I don't know if you have the permissions to, but if you don't have permission, I mean, don't steal your neighbor's work. But on posts, this is the most important thing. This is how you're actually going to do it. So if you click posts here, you can see all of the posts that I've done as a user here. And so what you can do is you can click add post, or you can click add post here. I actually started one here, and you can actually edit. If you pull down, you can edit right there, and that will allow you to get into the post again. So if you need to get back to your work, just click posts, go to this list here, and then click edit. Okay. Trash, you can put it in the trash, and then it's in the trash, but then you can get it back out. So you can, it's never actually gone. Edit with WP Bakery Page Builder. That's a page builder program. And if you know how to use that, you can look on YouTube on how to do that. I'll go through it briefly, but mostly you don't have to do it. But it can help make your work look a little bit better. But so I created a little this test page a couple minutes ago, and then I realized it wasn't recording. So hopefully we are recording now. And let me just make sure we are. Yeah, we are. So so I'll go ahead and hit add new post, and you can just give it itself a title. Really cool project. And then I just went and got some dummy text from website. So this is news site. I think it's Fox News that I just pasted this code in. You notice that links come in with the code. Okay, that's there's two tabs here. This one says visual, and what that is that's the visual editor. It includes HTML. Okay, so when you hit these buttons here, left justify, right justify, and then or add a link, you can, for example, highlight the word and then click a link and then add a hyperlink to that page. So if you want to link your own website for references, things like that. The other thing is that you don't really, well, all this here is basically governed by what's on this tab. So we can click to code and we can type in raw HTML code if you so choose to do so. On visual, you're getting the HTML, the what you see is what you get, the WYSIWYG editor here. So when you type text, typically what you want to do is you want to have it in paragraph form like this. So you highlight the text, put it in paragraph. It will automatically format that text to look decent on this website. Okay. So if you have a title, so it's already going to give a title to the top of the page, really cool project. And I'm just going to put, so you can see it, this is really great. Okay. And then hire me. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. So if I change this to heading 1 and then this to heading 2, it's going to look different. Okay. And it may not look too much different here, but you'll have to check it to see what it looks like when you actually upload your project. So basically you can add your drawings here. You do that by clicking add media, and that works really well. So one important button that you need to know is this publish button. When you hit this, this is basically save your work. When you do that, it's going to be live on the site. So just be aware of that. If you don't want everyone to see it, hit save draft. And that's a good thing to do. And that way you don't lose your work if your computer dies or something like that. So the other good thing is that well, here, I'm just going to go ahead. Well, let's see. I want to make sure I do this right. Okay. I'm going to go draft 2. Save draft and see. There's actually a way you can go back in time. Let's say you made a mistake. And oh yeah, here it is right here. So under revisions, you can click revisions and then you can use this slider to go back to previous versions of your work. So in this case, there's only 2, but this slider will move back to the beginning, to the middle, and then to what we just did. So if you mess up, you haven't really messed up. It's all still there. It saves a certain number of steps back. So just remember that revision button helps you fix mistakes if you've accidentally saved and you don't want to have that. So remember this revisions button. The other really good thing that you can do, I'm just going to go ahead and pull up YouTube here. And you can do this if you have a video, if you've uploaded it to video. So let's say we get this website here, okay, or this video. If I just go to share and then click embed, this code here I can actually paste right into the site. You can highlight it and then just hit copy on YouTube. And I'm just left clicking if you're on a PC, and if you're a Mac, I can't help you. So if we want to get this video in here, watch this. I just go down one space and then I click code and then Control V to paste. So, and then when I go back here, you notice that my video is right there on the thing. So pretty cool. So you've got visual for the visual editor, code if you're trying to paste in code like we just did. This is that code. Um, and then you should change your font, whether it's paragraph, heading 1, heading 2. You can also make text bold by clicking bold or italic here, and that will change the way it looks. You can give it it's very rudimentary because again, this is meant to work across a lot of platforms. A bulleted list, you can have a numbered list. There's a few other things. There's toolbar toggle, you can make this expand. So if you don't see this, click that. And there's a few other things you can do. The YouTube video will do a shortcut to put this button will help you add YouTube code, so you can do that as well. To be honest with you, I just kind of do this. It works pretty good. And then remember, you can left justify or center, left, right, or center justify everything. So if we wanted everything to be center justified, you can put it like that. If you want just the video to be right justified, highlight it and put it on the right side. Oh, it's not working for some reason. Okay. Well, we can do it like, yeah, left, center, right. Sometimes it's finicky on what it likes because of where the enter is. But so you can do that. You can also do a horizontal line. And that kind of breaks apart your work if some images are overlapping, things like that. When you want to add a photo, you click Add Media, and you just click on the photo. So here's Rodney from Life Formations. Get to know him, nice guy. And what you do is when you put in a photo, you can actually click on it, and this comes up, and then you hit the pencil and you can change the size of it. So you can make it thumbnail, which is small, full size, or medium. A lot of times medium looks really good on a website. So just be aware of that. And then you can align it left, center, right. You can put alt text, which is what text will appear when you hover your mouse over it. So you may need that. And then this is a caption. Probably not necessary, but you can add a title to it and you'll see what it looks like. If I hit update, it says this is a caption right there. And it's sized to make all of your, if you click medium, you make all of your photos medium, then they will about be this size. So basically, this is kind of what you're going to do. You're going to add photos, you're going to add text, and you can add YouTube videos. You can upload a raw video into this if you wanted to, or a PDF. That's perfectly fine. Just know that load time can be a factor if it's a phone and they're going over their own data. So be aware of that. The other thing is that there's the backend editor, the front end editor, and then Gutenberg. Gutenberg I can't stand, but I think I actually disabled it with this button. That's the new WordPress thing. But basically, this is the WP Bakery Visual Composer. So if you click the backend editor and you wanted to learn how to do this, you can add a plus and then you basically add a row. And then from there, you can add text. So you can make a text block and you can type whatever you want in there, hit save. So if you want to learn how to do WP Bakery, it can make this look a little bit nicer, but it's not necessary. If you get stuck, just call me. So, the other thing you need to know is, and this is really important, if you don't do this, your submission won't show up right. So this is a post, and again, every WordPress divides posts and puts them in certain places on the page, right? So if you do nothing and you don't check this box, it'll show up nowhere or maybe somewhere. We just don't know. But what you're going to do is you're going to put this category, one category, check one box appropriate to you. So for example, if you're for the 2025 showcase, if you're a team and you're in year 3 and 4 of your schooling, you click that. If you're a freshman or sophomore, right there, or if you're a graduate or intern, then click that box. What'll happen is that it's going to then populate on, and I'll show you where it's going to show. It's going to populate. So if we go to themedistraction.com and we go to the showcase, which is right here, and then we go to the gallery. which is this, then it's going to populate basically here. And for some reason, team entries are already here, but that's not right. Those are from a previous year, so I'll get rid of those. But yeah, so it's going to populate right here, and this is kind of what it'll look like when your thing is done. So when you hit submit and when you hit the publish button, and you check the right category, check to make sure that your entry shows up right here on the student showcase page. So the other important thing, so make sure you have this category checked properly. The other important thing is that you have to set the featured image. Featured image is sort of like the hero shot for your project. If you don't do anything, it's not going to show anything. So each one of these is the featured image, 1, 2, 3. They all have kind of their hero shot, kind of the story of their project. So make sure you have and set the featured image. When you do set a featured image, you just click this, and then you click, well, I'll do this one, and then you hit set featured image, and you got to give it a second to think. It'll show right there, and then you hit preview. Okay, preview will show you what it's going to look like, and then ultimately you want to hit. I'm going to hit save draft so it doesn't show up on the home page. But this is what it's going to look like right here. So it actually puts your featured image here at the top, and then I don't know why that's all blurry, but maybe it's still working. And then the rest of your content is down here. It's refreshing. Yeah, it's still blurry. Okay. So yeah, so basically this is how you're going to load your project in here. It's very straightforward. If you want to do supporting links, supporting PDFs, you can do that. You're more than welcome to. Just give it a chance to upload and make sure the little spinning circle that's right. Let me refresh the page. So this spinning circle has to be finished before your work will be saved. So when you hit the blue publish button, go ahead and wait until that's done right there. So you can add tags, which are like web page keywords, not important. There's a lot of stuff down here. You don't need to worry about it. It can mess up your website. There's different things that you can do. Add post templates, where you can get rid of the menus on the left hand, right side. Just don't even mess with all this stuff. Just leave it at everything as it is. But hit the publish button, give it a category, give it a featured image, paste your content in, and then if we need to get out of WP Bakery, you can click the Gutenberg editor button, and it goes back to the classic WordPress site. So that's really it. If you have any questions, again, feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to help you out. And we're just doing this. I don't get paid for this. We're just trying to help make sure that you guys have a chance to get into the industry, because when I started, there was no help by anybody. I literally had to just write letters to people and hope they called me. And for me, I spent $125 in stamps in 1996 and sent them all over the place, all over the country, to IAPA companies trying to get interviews and whatnot. So you have a huge advantage because these people can see your work right now, and you get a chance to be in the same Zoom room with them. And if you show up, smile, and ask good questions, and really do a good job networking, then you're going to get hired. You're going to get a job, and that's kind of the intention here. So, and of course, they're looking at you too, not trying to necessarily hire right now, but they will always have needs, and for the right person, they're gonna make a spot in the company for you. So just do your best to make friends. And I'll give you one last piece of advice. When I was first working with iTech Productions, which doesn't exist, it kind of got absorbed into ThinkWell a few years ago. But if you they had asked me, they said, why should we hire you? You want to be a themed entertainment designer? And I said, well, they said, oh, you don't have any skills. I said, well, I don't have any skills, but I'm sorry, I don't have any experience, but I do have skills. And I made up 3 things that I could do relatively well as a new person. I'm like, I can do CAD, I can do model building, I can do Adobe Photoshop, which is brand new. So I can do these 3 things for you. And I really want to work here. And if you can do that, tell me you want to work there. And then also, be a likable person. All those 3 things will get you jobs anywhere you go throughout your life. So hope that helps you. Again, feel free to reach out to me at any time, nate@themedattraction.com. Email me. I'll give you my phone number. We can Zoom. We can do whatever we need in order to get your project to look and feel right up there. So with that said, good luck to you, and I will see you in the feedback sessions. Thanks and have a great day.